Hello, welcome back to ATCB Gaming, Pandemic Legacy Season 2. Welcome back to August. I mean, it's not August, but it is August in a way. It's not far off.
Maybe
here.
Maybe.
Probably not when they're watching, given how behind we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got some Legacy stuff to open up. We won July, surprisingly convincingly, given that we had precisely the worst amount of city cards that it is possible to have in the deck. Which is 63, which is the number that just nudges you over into 10 epidemics. But we nailed it. So yeah, so let's see what horrors the Legacy deck has in store for us at the setup of our first game in August. I'm sure it'll
We
be
say it's
nice.
nice things.
Perimeter report, if you've not opened 62, the Middle East, scratch the box below. I mean, check, but
62.
that's the Middle East. I've got a drink over here, and Justin, having been here for about 20 minutes, has nearly knocked it over about
Why don't you
5...
move it?
No,
Yeah,
there's
correct.
nowhere else to put it!
Correct. And also, we have opened box 62.
Yes, there's nowhere else to put it. Okay. Ooh.
Don't do it, Justin.
Okay. Journal entry. Having finally fully accessed the satellite towers,
Boom.
starting to monitor... Have finally fully accessed the satellite towers, starting to monitor different frequencies. Whoever is broadcasting uses multiple channels. We've lost a lot of time listening to these decoy stations. Accessing the towers has given us a sense of purpose. We feel invigorated. Immediately spend up to 3 production units on character abilities. There's a reason we're not buying them.
Yeah, but they're free.
I've got some ideas for that.
Okay.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Obviously, I do.
From the archives, December 19th, year 48. The 3 labs in the southern hemisphere have made limited advancements, but perhaps too late as Pearl has stopped reporting. Their last broadcast said they had found what they needed. The sediment cores contained bacteria samples in which they had identified the bacteriophage. We had it. We had a means to a cure. Now they are gone. Sending a team to investigate. They are covered properly to avoid attention. And then we need to open M and 25. You have them right in front of you.
25
And M.
and M.
We have a new action called Monitor.
Like a lizard.
Like a lizard.
Just basking in the sun.
At a city containing a satellite tower, draw the top 4 player cards together. Do not resolve any epidemic cards that are drawn.
What?
Holy shit.
Okay.
Discard these 4 cards to the player discard pile in any order. Then scratch off 1 box on the frequency scanner card.
What? This is amazing.
Okay.
And follow the instructions. If you've scratched off every box on the frequency scanner card, you can no longer do the monitor action. Wow.
Although we will burn through cards at that rate, but yeah,
Yes.
that's amazing.
But if we're due an epidemic, there's certain times where we can say with full certainty
You
we're
will
about
get
to
one in
draw
the
an
next
epidemic.
thing, yeah.
And also, there are times when we're so close to ending the game.
It doesn't matter. Might as well hammer it. Yeah. When you do the monitor action, scratch a box, then refer to the text below. If you reveal a hash, there's things for opening dossier doors, or there's a card symbol or two card symbols. Take 1 or 2 cards from the top of the player discard pile and add them to your hand. You may not take epidemic cards. Yes. Wow. Okay. That's interesting and cool. So we'll put in a break and set up the rest of the game and probably talk excessively about what this means and what we should do about it. And then we'll be back with you in a second. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, so after a lot of messing around and laughing at odd things, we've set up the game board. The infection thing isn't too bad. Paris has taken a play cube, but other than that, yeah, it's alright. I'm playing cricket. Justin's playing Ox.
I'm playing Raven.
And Johnny's playing
Stickleback.
for a change.
And Jinx is just screaming in the
Jinx
corner.
is just screaming in the corner and has already essentially declared his intent to fuck around with the recording of this by being weird. I'm going first.
Sorry.
I am quite close to Lima. And also from Lima I can get to LA where I have to search. So I would like to propose that I need to create something. So probably go to Lima, create and put down. And as a free action, because inoculate's free, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can then destroy the Lima, or lock away the Lima card.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
Is that because it was what you were about to tell me to do?
Oh, no, it wasn't.
My only question would be, if you are inoculating it, is there any point putting anything down there?
Bang.
Such a smart man.
Then you've got to see
That's
more
why I would have
options.
suggested that shit.
But you can still create and keep and then shift them over to someone else.
Potentially. Right, give me that Lima card. Give me that Lima.
Holy mo-
What do you poor Lima? It's been inoculated so it never has to worry about this terrible plague ever again. Oh, poor Lima.
Lima.
I wish I was Lima.
So I have 2 actions left. Sadly, I can't go straight to LA, otherwise I could go to LA and search. I think I'll just go to LA. So at the beginning of my next turn I have...
I have a great idea. But given that you can deliver supplies to Bogota from Lima, you could just deal with it.
No, that's valid. That's valid. Thank you for suggesting that. I wasn't checking my...
Because he's got courier.
I've got courier. When using to deliver supplies, I can put supply cubes into one adjacent location instead of my current location.
Oh.
So I create for my third, put down.
I just learned that Bogota is not where I thought it was, but...
Well, there we go. We've all learned something today. Apart from Justin. So... let me
It's a
draw.
very large pile of cards.
Yeah.
I've got Lagos with foundations. So I only need 2 more yellow cards. And a rationed event. Remove up to 2 play cubes from the grid. So getting this foundations adjusted might be a positive thing to do. Yeah. How does one build a radio
2
tower?
supply cubes. I just checked.
Infection step, please.
John? Me? I don't mind.
Washington, but well stocked.
Yay!
And New York.
Shit.
It's pronounced New York.
New York. That's how it's pronounced, guys. So, Tripoli, Istanbul, and Baghdad all got hit. So, I guess I could just deal with one of those. Do we have a preference? Istanbul is probably more important to the grid.
Yeah, because it... Well...
You'll also struggle to deal with Baghdad.
Yeah, on this turn, yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta move out of it afterwards.
But although I could create one, move to Tehran, move to Baghdad. 1, 2, 3.
Put down,
as
you'd
a
be
4.
stuck there.
Yeah. Okay.
I can obviously sort Baghdad on my turn,
Yeah.
as long as nothing else happens to it by then.
I can sort Istanbul on my turn,
Oh, but you're pretty better situated to do your.
but I can do it with my supplier. So there's one action once per turn, move a supply cube from the stockpile into a city maximum card in your hand.
Is that Istanbul? Oh, okay. So Istanbul's fine. So Tripoli
Unless
needs
it
to
comes
be.
out next turn.
Yeah. Tripoli needs to be sorted, and Dar es Salaam needs to be sorted. Which 2.
Whoever does end up in North America should visit Chicago and do a monitor. Preferably at an appropriate time to try and get out an epidemic, but we need
That
to
could
do
be
it.
any time now.
And we need to do it. So,
Cool. Well, I'm just going to move to.
and there's a lot of these.
10?
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's
Do
10
we have
of
to
them.
do all of them, or is it just...
Well, I mean, eventually, yeah. I'd imagine.
1, 2 to make. 3 to move. 4 to put down.
Yep.
Should I put down 2? You think? I'm not going to put down 2.
Nah, I think there's.
You can always put it down at the beginning of your next turn.
It's free if you do it
Yeah.
now?
It's free if you do it now, and it's also free to pick it up.
True.
Put it down.
Okay.
But yeah, I could redistribute the extra 1, but
Put it down.
I think probably that's
Cool. I'm done. That's a great decision. I love it. I love it.
okay.
Cool.
Good thing I've got a big hand now. Give him a big hand.
What do the antiviruses do?
When doing make supplies, discard this card to put 3 more supply cubes on your character card.
You've got an absolutely perfect hand for Ox, and by that I mean the precisely wrong hand for Ox.
That's alright. I've got a big hand.
But that will be
infection
handy for you getting the ones that you need
Yeah, it
to.
is. It is handy.
Chicago
Well, someone needs to go there anyway to monitor. So,
and Istanbul. Whoops.
whoops.
Dope.
This could be a quick loss.
Well, I can...
It's worth putting a cube on there anyway because the card is in there to get rid of 2 plague cubes.
Yeah.
So it's worth protecting against
Yeah, yeah.
further plague cubes.
So, for 1 action, move a supply cube from the stockpile to a city map on card in my hand. Can you put a supply cube on Istanbul, please? And then my other ones... New York or Chicago, pretty much.
Now that Chicago is vulnerable, Chicago is the priority because in Chicago you can monitor.
True. Move, make, and
So,
put down. That's only 2.
move,
So-
make, put down.
Monitor.
Oh, he's putting down.
Is it putting down's an action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So yeah, move, make, put down in Chicago.
Shame you can't monitor because we're coming to you in an epidemic.
Well, I can't unless
Okay.
I don't put a cube
Unless you
on
don't put a
Chicago.
cube down. Or unless you don't put one on Istanbul.
Sure. Sure.
Do you want to pass them?
Yes, please. I'm going to knock column in everywhere. Denver, you may do the established supply lines action with 1 for your supply cube if you have its card in your hand. And produce supplies.
Okay.
Cool. An infection. Mexico City. Which is a 1-card city. And Denver, which doesn't matter.
Well, it does because the play cube still goes down there.
I don't think it does. No, I'm pretty sure nothing happens.
Do we draw another one in its place?
I'll just check.
Because otherwise we would have been protecting it, surely, wouldn't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that just nothing happens.
Oh, what's
What's
the
the
things
rules
in
about fallen
board
cities?
for
Yeah,
Forsaken
yeah.
City?
Oh, Forsaken Cities. Oh, we shouldn't have the infection card in the deck for it.
It's fine. So other than that,
Put it in the game end section and then draw it. Says here.
Bogota.
Great. Good thing we protected it.
Although there's now multiple cities with 2 cards out in the
Yeah.
pile. Paris, Bogota, and Istanbul all have 2 in the pile. So that's those are going to be quite tricky. Johnny.
Where would you like me to look after Baghdad? Or would you rather I dealt with somewhere else? Or would you rather I went to Chicago?
You could go to Chicago and get rid of the next epidemic right now for 2 actions.
Chicago, monitor, Tehran, free move to Baghdad. produce and put down for 1.
You
Can
got
somebody get me out of there for my next turn?
I can, if I have nothing else to do.
How do you feel about that?
I wasn't listening.
So
for
go
it.
to Chicago,
Yeah.
do a monitor.
Because we're probably going to get. It's probably in the next 4. I think it has to be in the next 4, doesn't it?
Yes.
Fly from there to Tehran.
Yeah.
Move from Tehran to Baghdad for free.
Right.
Produce 1, put down.
Okay.
And then I'm there, but then as long as I get moved out before the start of my next turn, it's fine.
Is there any reason why Baghdad is our priority?
Just because it's got no cube on it.
Sure. Neither does New York or Bogota, and there's 2 of that down. There's also 2.
But if there's 2 of
Paris.
that down and we get rid of the epidemic, it's not going to come out.
Sure.
But I could go. I could move to Chicago and monitor, see whether I get rid of the epidemic, and then decide where I go.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's 1. And then
So-
monitor is take the top 4 cards and put them in the discard pile.
In any order.
I don't think it matters the order of things in the
Do
discard
you,
pile.
do you not
There's
turn them
something
over
at
and
some
look
point
at
that you
I'm
can
gonna,
pick
yeah.
up the top 1 or 2.
I don't think we have it.
them? Nice.
It's an epidemic skip.
Yeah. Just done.
Is it one of the things I don't know.
It might be. Maybe it is.
I'll put those 2 nearest the top because that would be potentially useful to have.
It's a search.
The
thing.
one to build the satellite tower for 1
Companion.
less.
What else was in there of interest?
Produce supplies and Denver.
Okay. Great.
Great, that was really good.
So no epidemic for us. So then,
So then, in that case, I think Baghdad probably does make more
Sure.
sense.
sure. I don't have the mental agility today to argue these things.
Can we scratch the thing off the frequency scanner?
Yes. Do we need a
Oh yeah, that's a point because one of them might be take that card back, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we'll use one. Thank you.
Don't trust Matt doesn't go more than 2p.
Take 1 card back and put it in your hand.
Yay!
Okay.
So I can build radio towers for
So
less.
we've done frequency 8.24.
I like this little thing.
So that's
It does say scratch a box. Do you have to do them in order? It doesn't matter.
2 actions, 3 actions.
I guess not.
Yeah. Drive for free,
That's for free.
and then produce 1, put 1 down.
Sure. And get moved out of there by you before
Yeah.
the next turn. Okay.
Cool.
Great. We still could get an epidemic here. If they're
I know, right?
back to back, yeah. But, okay, well that's good.
And if you go to a place and in the black area and put a radio tower down,
Mm-hmm.
you can transfer all those cubes to those cards to anyone.
Yeah.
Don't forget to have any chance of winning this game, we need to connect up New Mumbai and Delhi.
LA,
Where I need to go.
San Fran.
West Coast looking good. Okay.
Is San Fran a 1?
Me.
No, but LA is.
Oh, okay.
San Fran is a 2.
LA and Mexico City.
So San
Okay.
Fran needs right.
Well, it's going to take me 2 to move to LA and then do a search.
So you don't if you remove the LA card from the game, you don't need to put supply cubes down on it.
Is it 1 card?
So, LA is. San Fran is a 2.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is go 1, 2, remove. So I'm safe on there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just 2. And then I'm going to search LA. No, because I could just do that at the beginning of my next turn, can't I? So it doesn't
Yeah,
make,
yeah.
so this way I can make something safe. Produce and using courier.
San Fran.
Yeah, San Fran. Really?
Because you can even if Mexico City has a play cube, you can pop over there and remove the card from the game.
That's true. Mexico does have a lower pop, but no, you're right. San Fran. That's me.
I think that's a fantastic turn.
And at the beginning of my next turn, I can search. I've got Riyadh, which doesn't really do anything. And Mexico City search.
Fucking hell.
Sorry.
Have we scratched off any searches yet?
No, but I can do 2 next term.
Which is all the ones we need to do for the mission.
Yeah.
Right, is it my turn? No. Infection.
Infection.
Okay, so we have London
So 1 stockpile.
and Cairo.
Okay.
How close are you, Johnny, to being able to build a supply centre?
What do I need?
That's
Is
what I
it
want
just
to know.
2 thingies?
You need 2 supply cubes. And
No, he doesn't need any supply cubes because he's not me.
To build a satellite tower?
Supply centre.
Oh, sorry.
Supply centre, you need 5 cards.
I'd need 2 more black cards.
Okay.
What does that companion do? The Kinshasa one?
Makes it cheaper for me to build a satellite tower, so I only need 1.
Alright, okay.
I'm just thinking about, does it make sense at this point for me to give you Istanbul?
Probably.
But next turn, I can. If I'm on a black space, I can create 1, build a satellite tower, pass you 2 black cards, and that's enough for you to build a black supply centre.
I also only need 1 more yellow.
Cool.
Although I need to search first.
So what I'm thinking is that if I pick up a cube in Tripoli and move to Cairo, and so at some point I make some supply cubes, so that gives me 4 for 1 action, and then I can move here, or I just move somewhere with a radio tower that's in yellow space, somewhere with a supply centre that's in yellow space, or somewhere safe in yellow space. I don't know where to go.
We haven't got any yellow supply centres. Oh yeah, we do. Sao Paulo. There's not a thing
Oh,
on the
sorry.
waterfront.
Well, I could put 1 down in Cairo, so I could create, move to Cairo, put 1 down, move to Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
Create, move to Cairo, put 1 down, fly to Sao Paulo. At the end of my turn, I wouldn't have time to create a radio tower that turn. But do people think it's worth doing?
What? Sorry. Why are we looking to create a radio tower?
Because then I can give this card to you, and you can build a supply centre when it comes to time.
Because it has a radio.
No, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of I'm open to ideas, guys, because I haven't got much of a direction from my guy right now.
If you've got a radio tower, you can ping me that colour card out.
We have a lot of cards in the stockpile.
Yeah.
Just generating a lot of them with your
Which I'll do now.
with your
That's my first action.
antiviral lab.
That'll be 1 action.
And dumping them in various places. Paris really could use.
Okay.
Paris, Bogota.
I'll even take on Tripoli. So 2 actions.
Why are you taking...
Okay,
Well,
well,
Tripoli.
Tripoli. Okay, well, I'm just trying to think. So that's 1 action.
2.
No, it's 2 actions.
Yeah.
We can go 3 actions. 4 actions.
Why aren't you putting some in Cairo?
Because then I can't do London, and then if I do want to act in Cairo, then I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere because there's nowhere safe for me to go. And I mean, I'm happy to do Cairo, but that's what I'm trying to say. I'm open to ideas about what we want to do. Is it a bit of a tricky spot? But yeah, that'd be 2 actions. I don't know, 3 actions, or that, and then for 4 actions I could build a radio tower, I guess, in Cairo. Yeah, right. That's what I'm doing. I don't care. So that's what's happening now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I can pretty much do a supply centre now. I can do a supply centre now in yellow space.
And I just need 1 more yellow, and I can do another one.
Cool.
Infections. Haven't had any Hollow Men yet. Oh, because we haven't had a first
Yeah.
epidemic yet.
Baghdad
Baghdad. Yeah.
and Tripoli.
There are so many 2s in there now. but it's really big.
Yeah,
as
it's,
well,
it's
so
the biggest infection pile we've almost ever had.
Yeah. Okay, John.
Are we due another epidemic soon?
Yes.
Probably.
Do you
Well,
like monitoring,
I'd kick
John?
off your turn by monitoring.
I was going to kick off my turn by moving him out of Baghdad.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but
Thanks. Can you move me to where Justin is, please?
Yes.
Thanks.
One action.
And then I'm going to monitor.
Okay.
Can you pass me forward?
Sorry, yes. There you go.
Boom.
Thank God.
Boom!
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
That's 2 epidemics.
Okay.
Yes.
And you can keep one of those cards.
Uh,
Well, you can keep 1 or 2 cards from the top of the player discard pile and add them to your hand.
yeah, that's
okay,
why
sure.
it says you can discard them in any order.
Yeah.
Great.
Just one.
1.
We're going to have lots of yellows.
I think we have.
Yeah, we've got
John
lots
is
of
there.
yellows flowing
We've
around.
got so many stockpiles.
We really do need to start slamming them down.
Cool.
That was good though.
Alrighty.
Like, incredibly good.
Yeah.
I guess just making a ton
2
of
more actions.
cubes and then
Two
map
more
and distribute them around.
actions.
Yeah, just using that antiviral lab, so when it comes around to my turn, I can spread them around would be a good thing. There's not much else you can do there.
I can also put a cube in Denver. No. Istanbul or Buenos Aires. Might stick one down in Istanbul.
Yeah, Istanbul.
Okay, so I'm going to do the portable antiviral to get 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then
And then
1 in Istanbul.
yep, and then keeping this with me.
Sure. Draw. Wow, I can't believe we got 2 epidemics with that. That was good.
Atlanta and Cairo, which counts as 3. Woo!
So if you were to go walk to Cairo on your turn,
So-
on another turn,
Honestly, now we're really close to. I'm
Doing
going
the
to
supply
I'm going to
centres.
do the searches on my turn. We're really close to the supply centre, so we need to just connect those 2.
then we put in the game.
Woo! Infection.
Did you
Please.
just do it? No.
No, we didn't. I'm afraid.
Hattiesburg
Cool.
Sorry.
and New York.
Play cube, please.
Well, we've got some removed play cubes, don't we?
We do.
Somewhere in
1,
there,
2.
yeah.
We do, but that doesn't. That only really. Honestly, it doesn't actually affect much unless we're stuck in there or at the end of the game for not using plop because it doesn't take the incident tracker back.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. No, I know what you mean.
That me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking I pass Justin 2 black cards.
Is that doable?
Yes, we're both on a radio tower on black.
Yes, you're right. And I have a hand limit of 8 now, don't I?
Yes.
Cool.
Which one would be useful for me to keep from moving around? Riyadh, Cairo, or Antananarivo? Essentially
Antananarivo, yeah.
So if I pass you those 2, that's 2 actions.
Cool. I can
Mhm.
do
That
it.
means that can be built next turn. Then I...
We do really need to start putting cubes down. I mean, is it worth you just moving back to Baghdad and putting a cube down? And then John can move you away before your turn next turn?
That's 2 actions. I can move for free, reduce, put down, then move again.
To Tehran or something.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can... That's free. I've done 2 actions. Reduce and put down 3 actions. Move to Tehran. Next turn I join those up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to say why Tehran, but yeah,
I
that's
will
why Tehran.
try and get this to you next turn so you can do it a bit easier.
Cool.
Wow. Jesus.
Draw.
Lovely.
Is that...
Take up
Stockpiles.
6 supply cubes from the reserve and add them to a location containing a player pawn. Shall I use that right now? Give them to
Put them
myself.
on
You
mine.
can move them
Put
around.
them on mine. No, well, you can't pick them up. You've drawn. Your actions are over. So you can't pick up.
But I
Put
can then
them on
use some
mine.
of them next turn for those.
Or
without
put
me
them,
needing to-
or put them on mine and on my turn. I
Okay.
pick them up for free and
Give them to
distribute
you.
them however I want.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. 6.
In L.
They're all mine now.
So that's spent, and then my
This has
other
gone
card
not
is
awfully.
Khartoum.
And then infection.
Jacksonville.
Oh,
I think it
Oh,
lost
we,
at the
we
start.
already drew one, yeah.
And Cairo Broken Link, but unfortunately that is of no use.
That's fine. You still have a supply cube there.
I'm getting a bit worried.
I know.
But, okay. My turn. First thing I'm doing is picking these up, and then I'm taking everyone's cubes. And then I'm redistributing them at the end of my turn. I don't need to spend anything to search, do I? It's just, yes.
Is it an action?
Okay, it is. I'm going to search LA first. Hopefully it's not, you're dead! Ooh.
Says you're dead.
Yeah, get the
I saw.
things out.
Very exciting.
Very
I bet
exciting.
there's a recon behind this. I bet there's a recon
It
behind
might
this.
be. Maybe it's Australia. Or Oceania, I should say. It's not all just Australia down there. We've learned the location of a lost haven. We have not yet accessed it. Open 60 and add it to the board. If you've already opened 60, gain
Correct.
1 action.
We have opened at 6.
Okay, so I
Just
gain 1
El
action.
Dorado.
Sure. Yeah, it'll be El Dorado, yeah. But that's fine.
So it didn't cost you anything.
No.
And we
And
got
it's-
And
close
it's got
to
me,
the
and
Yeah.
got me as such, so it's all gold. Okay, and then I'm going to, for my second action, I'm going to move to Mexico City. For a free action, I'm going to remove Mexico City
from the game.
from the game.
Sorry, we just update this list, don't we?
Oi, John's doing it.
Don't do things, John.
You want to go, mate?
That's still only 1 action.
I always want to go. That's my problem.
Yes,
I
because I
know,
got that action
yeah.
back, you're right, yeah. So I've got 3 actions left. So for my first one, I'm going to search Mexico City. Looks like it's a companion.
Gain 6 free moves.
Companion Scout.
End the game.
As an action, you can discard a city card, including this card, to draw a city card of the same colour from the player discard pile.
Ooh.
If you have this card in your hand. That's pretty good.
So that's like if we
If you
take
use the foundations,
Yeah, really good for foundations. Or for searches, if they get discarded by the monitoring and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Is there anything in there at the
I
moment?
don't think so, but Johnny can have a look.
It has to be yellow.
Just a Lagos card.
Or
that's
blue.
it.
Or black.
No, it has to be yellow. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, you're right. I was thinking just using this card, but no.
Didn't you say
Lagos
you,
and
you
Denver.
needed another yellow card to finish the thing?
I do need another yellow card. Oh, yeah. I don't have one, sorry. But yes, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so my scout there was for free. Move scout, so I have 2 actions left. And I'm covered in silver
It
foil.
gets everywhere. Like sand.
Like sand, it's coarse and rough. What do I do?
I know.
Because LA and Mexico City are safe.
Don't you have some cool abilities that you've just bought that might be useful? Like putting
As
down...
an action, discard a city card to take a card of the same colour from the player discard pile.
Isn't there the one where you're...
Oh yeah, we didn't
Smuggler
say
thing.
what stuff we'd taken for free, did we?
Oh, no.
yeah.
So I've got Broker as an action, discard a city card to take a card of the same colour from the player discard pile, which isn't any use at the moment, unless there's another yellow foundations in there. And you have an increased hand size of
Yeah,
1.
of 1.
Yeah.
So broker is the same as the
As the-
search that you just got.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, yes. There. I'm open to suggestions because I can't really see what I can do here.
Move to
That's
El Dorado.
2 searches, right?
It
You
is
did.
2 searches.
Yeah.
You could build a supply centre.
Doesn't have enough.
I don't have enough.
You do. Isn't
No, I don't.
Lagos a 3?
2.
It's a 2.
Okay.
I could build a radio tower. I have 2 actions. I could build a radio tower and monitor.
You can build a radio tower and give someone a card, like the Mexico City card or something.
Can I do that? Give a card matching the colour of your city to another player.
Does he really want to pass off a yellow card though, and they have to
Yeah.
tag it
Given
one
that's
and
true,
then...
yeah.
I need 4 supply cubes at the end of your turn.
Okay, yeah, we're not
Cool.
talking about that though, are we? We're talking
No, I'm
about...
just trying to make sure there's enough supply cubes left.
Well,
at the
I
end of the
can't
turn.
spend...
That's true.
I
know.
can't spend like 7 supply cubes, so... I can't think of anything to do that's handy right now, apart from building a radio tower and monitoring.
moving to El Dorado.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's not
I
happening.
know, I know. But monitoring as well, when we're not expecting an epidemic.
But
Jo-
are we not?
Oh, we've only had like one turn since Johnny got rid of him.
Yeah, that's true. That was only one turn away, wasn't it?
So
Okay, I'll move to El Dorado and then I can fly places.
No.
Okay. Sure. This epidemic, I'll fucking go.
do you want to do your distribution while it's all your turn?
That's a very good point. Right, so who needs what? You need 4, did you say?
I could do with 5.
Well, let's see what other people need first,
I know.
shall we?
John, did you say you were going to give me the thing that means that I only need 1?
Yes.
How are you going to pass me that?
You could do the radio tower.
Radio tower.
Cool. Yep.
Who needs what?
So I need 2,
You need 2.
please.
So have 2.
Thank you.
Do you,
That's right, isn't it?
What do you need?
I don't think I need anything.
Okay. Then let's give 5 to Justin. Now we have 3 left. What do people want? Who's going to be putting cubes down? Because we do need to put down some cubes.
1, 2. Where do you want cubes putting down currently?
Anywhere that's empty. With a slight emphasis on Bogota. On Bogota. Because that's the only one I think that has 2 out that hasn't already got 1 down on it.
I can't get there as well as drawing the 2 supply lines.
Or Paris, actually. Paris.
I'm not going to have enough time to build 2 supply centres on my turn. Which means that
We've got another round.
yeah, and well, unless I I couldn't. I don't think I could even give you enough black cards to get close.
No.
Maybe I could give John enough. I give John enough black cards to
Yeah, I
get
only
close.
need 1.
Well, then I could give you a black card and build a yellow supply centre.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you could build a black supply centre on your turn.
That's not putting cubes down.
What do you have? Do you have?
That's a 3.
All right.
But you just need, yeah.
So I think it's transmit, move, build. I can do that, but I won't be protecting anyone.
Well, if there's a chance you're building, I'll give you 2.
Okay, I don't need.
Does it need
Oh
to-
no, you don't need to. Sorry.
Well, give John some cubes anyway.
If I'm gonna go 1, 2, and then I can fly to London from there, which is 3 actions. I can then move to Paris for 3. I can then produce and put down, and I'll be stuck in Paris and we'll be relying on somebody saving me or it not getting round to my next
If we
turn.
can't make a decision, fuck it. 1, 2, 3.
Cool.
Fine.
And then I will draw. And I get 1 quiet night.
Nice.
And move up to 8 supply cubes from the reserve to the stockpile for use in the game. I mean, that's not time dependent. I might as well immediately use it.
It's unrationed. It'd be a rip
Oh.
up. I don't feel like we're.
I don't feel like I'm going to discard this then. Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want a 1 quiet night hit?
Well,
It might be worth it, because if we're trying to avoid the epidemics, at this stage, shuffling that for an epidemic and putting it out is no different from the main deck, it feels like.
if you're spending 1 quiet night, you don't need to discard that necessarily.
I
Then
think the hand limit hits before you can...
You draw both cards simultaneously, don't you? I think.
Oh yeah, you
technically.
do. Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know. Fine, let's do it in favour of us, and they can tell us if we're wrong. I'll use 1 quiet night just for the fuck of it. And it's so weird to just go, might as well use 1 quiet night now. No difference.
Great.
Yeah. No draw.
Okay.
So.
So I'm going to send John. Do you have any preference?
if you send me one that, oh god,
Is Istanbul a seaport? Then I'll send you a
that doesn't matter.
Okay, you're right.
I was thinking if it's somewhere that also needs a cube, then I can stick a cube on it, but I won't have enough actions for
That's
that.
true. Well, I don't care.
Well, Istanbul is the most and Cairo are the two most vulnerable. So.
Cool, there we go, done.
Oh, those are the ones I have.
So I'm going to go move to. So that was one action. Second action is to put one down on Cairo. Well, no. Second action is to move to Khartoum. Do we want a supply centre in Kinshasa to make permanent at the end of the game, or not?
That would be preferable, I think.
We only have one more permanent supply centre, though, don't we?
Do we want? Why do we want a supply centre in an infested city?
For ease of movement.
But-
Currently, this is
Yeah.
4 spaces
All right, no,
away from a supply centre.
I genuinely agree with Matt. I'm going to spend 2 and just build it right here, and then that's just done.
Because it limits its use as a port, as like an airport, because you don't want to be in it at the beginning of the next turn.
Yeah.
Sorry. So that was one. So 1 action to send for John, 2 actions to move to Khartoum, 3 actions to build the supply centre, 4 actions to move.
Back to Cairo. Oh, you could go anywhere, actually, can't you?
Cairo's not safe at the moment. Tehran's probably the safest city.
Tehran isn't safe. Doesn't have any cubes in.
Doesn't have any
Oh,
cards.
doesn't
safe.
have any
Yeah, it's
infections.
protected.
Right. That's my turn.
Or you could fly to Chicago to monitor next turn or something.
Yeah. Perhaps do that.
It's
Yeah.
even.
Happy to do it.
Okay, let's draw. So you're monitoring on your turn, John. I mean, we're not there yet anyway. Sorry, infection step.
Lagos. Johannesburg.
This is a very fucking different game, isn't it? Immediately with the ability to monitor.
But
Very
then that's going to
different.
run out at
Yeah.
some point.
But
Yeah. Yes, I think this is the correct time to do a monitor.
That means. Okay.
surely you can, because you don't need to move anyone. So you can monitor, fly to.
Cairo.
Is Cairo the only?
Or Kolkata. Or even Tehran and go to Kolkata and put it down there.
Yeah.
Well, that's infested, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
but that means I won't be able to transmit this to Johnny. But you've got enough.
I
cubes
need
in
one
my-
more cube, so that'll be okay. Don't
Okay.
worry too much about that.
Yeah, that turn, that'll be fine.
I think monitoring is very important.
Okay.
And I think it's
Sorry.
about time for it to be due.
Yeah. All right. I'll monitor for first.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Oh my god!
We're not going to have an epidemic in this game.
Ooh. Oh. Oh my god. Okay.
And you can save one from the top.
I'm going to take Tripoli.
Yeah. There's an Antera Vivo search though, so
We don't want to use another search
Yeah.
this
Cool.
game.
And then,
Cool.
do I need to discard down straight away? Or is it at the end of the turn?
It's hand
I think
limit
I
now,
think it's
pretty
straight
much,
away.
isn't it?
I think
So-
hand limit kicks in straight away. I
I'm
think,
going to discard Atlanta.
fair enough.
with the exception of events, because they also are whenever. So I think because they can happen on other people's turns and stuff. I think events first, then hand limit, then everything else.
Yeah.
That was the first action, yeah?
Yeah. So, build a supply center.
In.
I mean, Tripoli or somewhere.
Yeah. Okay,
Somewhere.
cool. Yeah, makes sense.
Move.
So-
Move. Put down.
So where are you moving to? Cairo? I assume. Or Baghdad? No, because then you don't want to be stuck in. If you flew there, so that's 2, 3. No, you can't be done. Ignore me. I'm just talking.
Tripoli might be your best bet, I think.
I think Tripoli's your best bet.
Fly, move, build.
Or Moscow. But yeah.
How
Do you want to pump
Moscow?
up?
Oh,
like
it's from Tehran, yeah.
Yeah. Pump up the pop in Moscow a bit. It's safe, so it doesn't really matter. But
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah,
Go
Yeah.
for it.
go for it.
It's something different from the usual.
Yeah.
and then let's spend that and those two. Yeah,
Yeah.
that works.
Okay. So we've got a supply centre there.
So we're on 2, yeah?
We're on 2.
And who can next build a supply centre?
If I have one more yellow card, I can. So if anyone has a yellow radio tower, they can distribute to me. But Johnny,
I've got 2 yellow cards, but I'm building
You're
these.
building those, and that's important. So we might have to have another go round unless anyone else is set. How many? Do you need
if
free
John
black?
if John can give me a black,
Do you need free
anyone
black?
can give me a black, then yeah.
Well, I can try and give you Riyadh then.
I should have built it in Tripoli, because then on the next turn you could have come around and taken Tripoli off.
You could, yeah, or
No, I can do it on my turn on Riyadh. So
Okay.
we can win on his turn. It's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Sweet.
So
draw. Oh my god, this game is really rough right now.
is it?
Well, like, I mean, like
Washington?
we're so
Yeah,
so much.
Yeah, that is rough.
Chicago. And Santiago.
These are great draws.
Yeah. Well, it's because everything's still in the deck.
We should be
We
able
haven't
to.
had a reshuffle
We
yet.
should be able to win on your turn.
As a note, Santiago is a one-card city.
Okay. Good to know. I might not be able to do anything
No,
about
I...
that. So Johnny.
So I'm going to produce one because I
Yep.
don't have the card from John, and then spend 2 actions building those 2 supply lines.
That's 3 actions, yeah.
Yeah.
So from Tehran to Delhi. From Tehran to Mumbai.
Have we connected all the cities on the grid now?
We have.
Cool.
So that's. Oh, I would have done it. So you've got one more action. I mean, just producing one so I can redistribute it might be the best call because there's nothing else. Oh, you could do a free move, but I can't think of anything you'd do with that.
No, because I could move. I could move and put another one down in Baghdad, or Kolkata.
I suppose if we can guarantee the game's going to end.
Delhi is 1, New Mumbai is 2.
Okay.
I would fly to Radio Tower with the small chance that your turn comes around. I don't know.
Well, let's think about this. I need to send you Riyadh, right?
Yeah.
What that means is I need to be at a satellite tower on the Black City.
So you're going to be
So
2
Cairo,
moves.
I
and
can
then a
literally
fly.
fly and send it, so I can definitely get it to you on
Cool.
my turn.
Cool.
So what that means is, what's the most optimal thing we can do to try and prevent dying before then?
Yep.
We are drawing 4, barring another epidemic coming out. We are drawing 4 cards, and there are 4 things.
Mhm.
So if we are very unlucky, it could happen. So the best thing we can do is find a city where we could draw a card for it that's empty and fill it.
But I can't do that.
But you can't do that.
No.
But what you can do is produce a supply cube on
Yeah.
the off chance I can do it on my turn.
You can also throw away Chicago to put a supply cube down on that, and then you can throw away some other cards to put supply cubes down on them.
But if you build a supply cube, I can take that supply cube.
Okay, so I'll just do that and stay where I am because I'm most mobile there anyway on the off chance.
I would argue that, yes.
Cool.
But we're in the hands of fate now. Like, basically, if we draw the wrong cards, that's it. But
Yeah.
I think we have to be... I won't
Do
even
you want
start
to draw your cards, Johnny?
I won't even start talking about it, because it's... Yeah.
There's a free action. You may take supply cubes from an adjacent location and place them into your location if you have this card in your hand. Produce supplies.
Okay.
Annoying timing, but
Yeah.
oh well.
Oh well. And then our draws.
Washington, well stocked. Sao Paulo.
Right, so barring an epidemic, we've won.
And you can
And even an epidemic.
and you can also at the radio tower just chuck away cards
Yes.
to see if we can burn through an epidemic.
Yes, I can, yeah. Okay, so I fly to Cairo for 1. I give you Riyadh for 2.
I've got enough supply cubes, so that's all fine.
So, what are the valuable things for me to do now?
Monitor.
Drastic measures. You can do it any
Remove. I can do it before the game ends. So, I can do it during your turn before you build supply.
Fly to London, put one down.
I don't have any cubes.
You can take one for free from me.
Take mine.
Or is monitoring better?
potentially, if it takes me 2 actions to move
I'm
one,
not sure.
2,
I'm not sure it's due
We
time
could-
for one though.
we could
I'm
chuck
monitoring twice.
we could chuck in 4 monitors in before the end of the game.
But
But you could potentially push yourself to write up before another one.
yeah,
Yeah, but then we like
That's my
there's
concern.
2 card draws.
If John's
What's the-
came part way through the last pile,
yeah, but that doesn't.
That
Like,
it's-
we weren't in the game.
then
Hmm.
Well, like if Matt gets 2, Matt's got there's 2 more card draws in the whole thing. It's the worst thing happening. You get 2 infections. We go up to 6. We can buy 4 monitors for that
but what's the
we-
point in monitoring then?
yeah.
to complete the objective. And I think this can unlock
But
doors and help with us later missions.
Currently isn't an objective, is it?
No.
It's just a thing that you can do.
And it might be good for us to have more of them in a later game because we
That's-
can get through this one.
That's not a bad point. Because this has won us this game.
Yes.
Let's not beat around the bush.
That's true. I mean, I think we'll still have monitoring as an action when we finish the card.
I
But
don't-
we
I don't
won't
know.
get get things back then.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't monitor
okay.
But why?
because I would want to save the effects of monitoring for when it's useful
But
and not just burning through it for the sake of it. I see no
Sure.
advantage to monitoring.
If we're going to get cards back now, it's
Well,
not going to do us any good in this game
it
because
opens.
you're going to be.
It opens. This is the frequency scanner right now is essentially the main quest, right?
I think so.
Because it's us looking for this.
Okay.
For the Utopia. It's called Utopia, right? Yeah, it's us looking for Utopia. Perhaps, and this is just a guess, the sooner before the end of the game we find Utopia, the more chance we have to do whatever we have to do in order to
That's what
try
I
and
think.
get to the victory condition.
And we could potentially have got, what is it?
Well, we've got
70%
two
of the way
more
through.
That's, yeah.
Well, but then I can do 2 on my turn as well.
Right.
I think moderation is the key here. I think maybe if I drop a cube and Justin does 1 or 2 on his turn, then we're in a half and half position.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then we'd have the same amount left for the next game, and it has been useful. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of half persuaded by John now.
I really think we should.
This has really helped.
I know, but I really think we should try and get through it because we have no more cities to connect. We don't
True.
we don't know if another mission we could have
We
connect
do
cities
have
as,
more legacy cards at the end of this month.
I know.
Sorry, at the end of this game.
but we have no guarantee that we're going to get a new mission, and we are at the end of the mission. So I think if we have a chance, we know that this says something about frequencies, and that's what we've been hearing this whole time. If there's a chance we can open up a new area, that could be really beneficial.
But if we do 2 of them, so that we've got through half this game, then I don't think we're going to struggle to get through the other half.
No,
in
no,
the next
no,
game.
that's fine. But I just think we should do some. If it's 3, if it's 2,
It's up to you guys. You're the ones with the turns.
John's looking unhappy.
you could
I'm not
put.
trying to.
I can see
thinking.
positives either way. I do agree with what you say that it's probably going to be the next bit that unlocks the next bit of the game.
Please, could you discard Chicago so that there's no chance I can get a scar on my turn?
What?
Because there's still a chance that I get a scar at the start of my turn if Chicago goes down, and you have the ability to stop that by discarding the Chicago card right now
Discarding the Chicago card.
because you have Smuggler.
Oh,
That's an action you could do that'd be really useful.
yeah, that's true. Okay, well I'll do that then. I'll discard Chicago to put 1 down.
And then monitor
From the
one.
reserve.
I'll monitor 1. Oh, from the reserve. Because it's the thing is, it's also handy to do this because if an epidemic comes down, I think there is a kind of way in which we could lose.
Okay.
So I think it is. I'll do a monitor, and then on your turn we'll discuss whether we do another one. I guess. So Washington, Paris, epidemic, and an unrationed event, and 52.
Oh.
guess I'll keep the unrationed event because I can't think of anything.
Did you
Oh
get-
my
did you
god,
get
it's destroy up to 3 copies of one specific city in the infection discard pile.
Does it say you get to keep one?
I don't think
Oh,
you
no,
get
you
people
don't.
who-
Ah, god damn it.
Such
that
is
would've
life,
been very
such is
useful
life.
at the moment. Still, okay,
We
52.
wouldn't have got it if we hadn't done the one tree. So
We have decoded the Hollow Men's transmissions. We now know their patrol routes and can sneak by them into Asia. It basically adds a sticker to the board to recon East Asia.
Nice.
Right, don't monitor on your turn.
and now we have, the thing.
Yeah, but don't monitor on your turn now, because now we do want to save these.
Okay, sure.
Because we've
So-
opened up a new thing.
Is that your
anyway,
whole turn? Yeah.
that's my turn, so now I draw.
I don't.
Checks. Now you fucking give me that. And London.
Also foundations.
Also foundations. Then right, I'm going to remove 2 plague cubes. Oh no, I need to infect. Let's infect first.
Frankfurt.
Everything should be fine because we haven't had that. Well.
Okay,
haven't
so
had that
which 2 do we not want to?
New York's only got 2 pop.
It has. So
And I really can't bother to add more stickers to Istanbul.
Istanbul doesn't have that many
That's
stickers.
on
There's a
3.
few.
Paris on 3.
To be honest,
Frankfurt's
Paris
on
is
3.
completely useless in Go F itself. We've got literally so many connections in that region.
Frankfurt is a midpoint between a bunch of stuff and the only way to get to St. Petersburg currently.
Other than London.
No, you're still.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's C.
To go through Frankfurt anyway. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Well, so it's Paris then, isn't it?
Paris is completely useless. It can burn. It can burn.
All right, I'm convinced.
No, no.
I'll take it off Istanbul.
Cool. That's great.
I don't know why we have those over there and not there, but fine.
That's a good point.
And then it's just his turn. And
Right.
we win.
I'm going to
Is there
move
anything useful you can do?
one
we can
action, unless you want me to do monitoring.
do? I think now we've opened up that route, I think we should save
One
the monitoring
action,
as much as possible.
2 actions.
Is there anything we can do?
I mean, I don't have enough moves to go somewhere and build a radio tower.
no,
so
so I think it's just we just do this.
Is that the best place to build the the supply centre? Is in black? So I was going
Oh,
to
I
say,
suppose-
would Kolkata be useful?
I suppose I could go. What?
Flags,
Yes, because we need it for the recon.
We need it for the recon, and
There you go. We can set it as a permanent one.
the game ends here, so it doesn't matter that you're in an infested city.
Or I go to Frankfurt and put one down. We don't have to lose pop.
No,
That's
No?
blue.
no, that's blue.
Sorry, my apologies.
If we can make that permanent, do
One
we have
action,
another permanent
2
one?
actions.
Or one as a permanent one, I think.
And that's a good. Actually, it's a terrible spot for
3
one.
actions. I agree, it is terrible, but the game's over now. It's done.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think we should make that permanent, personally, but I don't.
No, you're probably right. But it's done.
Where's the recon action? I can't.
Oh my god, that game was
Oh, there it
ridiculous.
Okay. So our first thing is to adjust population, but we're not doing that because why would you adjust population before you spend production units? The second thing to do is check the legacy deck. So that's what we're going to do. It's just the top one. It's just one. Pause, draw this card, and read the other side during step 2 at the end of your first game in August. Opening the following doors: 29 and 48.
48's on that page. 29's on that page.
Woo!
It's been a
Okay.
good one for legacy cards.
It has. Lots
I'm
of
really glad
stuff
we
has
decided to
happened.
monitor.
We got some new character abilities.
Cool.
Right, fair enough.
Madly shame that we didn't have that before. We had when we had the free stuff.
Well, I suppose they wanted you to spend
Yeah, they probably
to
done
buy
that
your
on
shit
purpose
ones.
to get rid of
We've
them.
got some more scars as well. We don't need more scars.
Fucking good.
Out of interest, if people want to know, the scars are susceptible. When you begin your turn in an infested city, get exposed twice instead of once.
Ooh.
Fear of needles, you cannot inoculate.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
And fear of flying, you must discard a player card if you have one when you do the shuttle flight action. So, pandemic then. Character abilities. Are we ready for these?
No,
We're
not
ready,
really.
don't
Do
we?
you mind you wait 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not committing to that joke. Investigator, this is for 3. Once on your turn, as an action, discard a player card to take a city card from the player discard pile.
Any card?
Discard a player card to take a city card from the player discard
That's yeah.
That's pretty good, especially with monitor.
pile. It's a more powerful version of Broker. For 2, soldier. Discard a city card matching the colour of the city you are leaving to prevent exposure from Hollow Men figures in that city.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Pretty good for someone mobile.
Pretty good.
Probably Stickleback.
Although
Stickleback is often monkeying around
Yeah.
on the fringes.
Although
of
we
things.
we got literally 0 Hollow Men this one.
Sure, because we hadn't had an epidemic. We had to get... so good. Navigator for 1. Once on your turn, you may do the chart C lane action without spending any supply cubes. Sure. Cool.
I suppose that's
Okay.
something.
Cities on the grid. So at the beginning of the game, we have 32, which means we now have 34, which pushes us over to 7 points.
Plus 1.
8.
Plus 1, so we have 8 points to spend. We will get back to you when we've decided on how to spend those points. Oh, sorry. I don't know. We'll be back in a second. Okay, so we miscalculated slightly because we're counting Denver, which wasn't things that bumps us down to 7 points, but fine. So what we've decided to do, we're keeping the radio tower in Cairo because radio towers are awesome, apparently. We have shored up 2 of the population we lost, 1 in Jacksonville and 1 in Frankfurt. But it was generally decided that Paris was the most useless city. This isn't based on any kind of native British xenophobia, but, well, I don't know, but Justin was very keen that Paris be the one where it go down. Apparently,
Oh, yeah.
Justin's calculated optimal routes for everything in the game, and Paris is the least
Literally my job.
useful. So we've let Paris go down by 1, and that was to give us 2 points, because though Navigator is alright, Soldier seems a lot more handy, and we also have a character we like the look of it on, which is Stickleback. So yeah, you can discard city cards to basically get out of cities with Hollow Men for no impact. So yeah, that's it. So we will be moving on to September in the next video with 2 rationed event cards.
and 3 less, 4 less now. 3 less. 3 less cubes.
Yeah.
Potentially only 4 missions left to go in the game.
Potentially, if we nail them all. We do have 6 monitors left, so we can use that to stave off epidemics.
So many lizards.
Barring a new objective turning up at the beginning of September, which is possible, we will only be able to win the next one game by reconning East Asia.
Which kind of implies that we should only try and recon it
If
we're
we've done the
pretty
other
sure
2.
we won.
No. Because then we'll be able to connect new cities.
No, because we'll be able to connect new cities after we
Yeah,
win.
alright.
I think our entire aim the next game should be purely to recon.
Not even to win the game.
No, it's more important than
Yeah.
winning the next game, I think, is reconning East Asia.
Yeah, alright.
So, yep. Yeah, so thanks for watching. We've got plenty of other stuff on the channel. Board games, video games, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.